Eala Iva Jovic fall to Chinese duo in ASB Classic doubles semis. Eala and Iva Jovic of the United States could not replicate the magic of their first-round triumph, falling in straight sets to third seeds Su Yifan and Yang Zhaoxian of China, 7-5, 6-3, in the doubles semifinals of the WASB Classic in Auckland, New Zealand, on Friday. The 20-year-old Eala and 18-year-old Jovic both enjoyed singles success earlier in the day. The Filipina tennis ace dominated Magda Linette of Poland, 6-3, 6-2, while the American teen ousted Belgium's Sofia Costelas, 6-2, 7-6, 6. When they teamed up for doubles, however, the youngsters struggled against their seasoned opponents. Eala and Jovic started strong in the first set, opening a 4-2 lead, but Su, 37, and Yang, 30, soon took control, winning 5 of the next 6 games to claim the set. Su, a former world number 7 in doubles who has reached the Wimbledon and US Open finals, and Yang, who was ranked number 9 in doubles in 2023, continued their dominance in the second set, closing it out in just 9 games to eliminate the young duo. Eala and Jovic had reached the semifinals after an impressive first-round victory over Venus Williams and Alina Svitolina, followed by a walkover in the quarterfinals. Rising stars, relentless hearts. The story of Eala Iva Jovic and their ASB Classic journey. In the cool early days of the New Zealand summer, at the ASB Classic in Auckland, a pair of young tennis talents captured the imagination of fans around the tennis world, not by headline-dominating results, but through fearless ambition and electrifying potential. Alexandra Eala, the 20-year-old Filipino sensation, and her American partner 18-year-old Iva Jovic embarked on a doubles journey that would test their mettle, sharpen their skills, and leave an imprint far greater than their semifinal result might suggest. This was not just a match. It was a narrative built on confidence, growth, challenge, and the beautiful unpredictability of sport. A dynamic duo emerges. At the outset of the 2026 WTA season, Eala and Iva Jovic entered the ASB Classic doubles draw as relative underdogs. While both possessed individual strengths, Eala known for her explosive ground strokes and competitive fire, Jovic for her tactical poise and agility, few expected the young pair to make waves against seasoned doubles specialists. Yet from the very first volley, they defied expectations. Their first match threw them not into a soft opening round but straight into the deep waters of legends. Facing the iconic Venus Williams, a 7-time Grand Slam singles champion and an electrifying doubles player in her own right, and Alina Svitolina, a former world number 3 with meticulous precision, the odds seemed stacked. But Eala and Jovic were not intimidated. In a match that would become an early signature moment of their partnership, the youthful pair battled point by point, showcasing fearlessness and chemistry that belied their years. A tense first-set tiebreaker saw them on the brink before they flipped the script, earning the 7-6, 9-7 edge and rolling through the second set 6-1 to complete the upset. It was more than a result. It was a statement. 2. Momentum and mastery. With that stunning victory, the young duo advanced, earning a quarterfinal by via walkover and setting up a semifinal showdown against one of the most experienced teams in the draw, the Chinese third seeds Yifan Su and Zhaoxian Yang. Su and Yang were no ordinary opponents. Both seasoned professionals, the pair brought a wealth of experience, combined titles and years of top-level competition, and a chess-like understanding of doubles strategy. Their court awareness and positional discipline were the kind forged by hundreds of matches on WTA and ITF tours. But for every veteran advantage, there was youthful momentum on the other side. Eala and Jovic approached their semifinal match with a blend of gutsy aggression and evolving synergy. They opened the first set with confidence, jumping out to a 4-2 lead, a testament to their early pressure and fearless style. Spectators could feel the shift in energy, the kind that signals a defining moment in a young athlete's journey. 3. The semifinal clash. As the first set unfolded, the narrative resembled a heartbeat, rising with promise, dipping with tension. At 5-4, Eala and Jovic were within a single game of a monumental milestone, a spot in the finals of a WTA 250 doubles event. But Su and Yang steadily applied pressure, using their positioning and reflexes to turn the tide in crucial rallies. The Chinese pair reeled off 3 consecutive games, snatching the opening set 7-5 and seizing the initiative. The second set began with the young tandem refusing to relinquish belief. They surged ahead to a 3-1 advantage, holding serve with poise and showcasing flashes of brilliance that had become their trademark throughout the tournament. But Su and Yang, composed, tested, and battle-hardened, again countered with precision and consistency. 5 games in a row belonged to the third-seeded duo, sealing the set 6-3 and ending the spirited run of the rising stars. The match lasted just under a compact hour and a half, but its significance would stretch far beyond the scoreboard. For more than a loss, lessons and legacy. In sport, defeat is sometimes the teacher that wins never become. And for Eala and Jovic, this semi-final loss, while disappointing in the moment, showcased enormous growth, confidence, and promise. Their performance stood out not just because of the results, but because of how they competed, mixing bold shot-making with strategic adaptation under pressure. At times, they looked the part of doubles specialists despite limited tandem experience, and they never surrendered their competitive spirit even as momentum shifted. Their unexpected victories, particularly their stunning opening round win over Williams and Svitolina, resonated across the tennis world, reminding fans and analysts alike that new talent can arrive all at once with refreshing intensity. For Alex Eala, in particular, the ASB Classic was not defined by this doubles result alone. On the very same day, she powered through in singles, overwhelming Poland's Magda Linette 6-3, 6-2, advancing to the singles semifinals and reinforcing her status as one of the sport's most exciting emerging stars. And while doubles was not her headline story at this moment, the experience of tightly contested matches and high-pressure points against veterans and top competitors only sharpened her all-around game. The broader canvas, youth rising in tennis. Eala and Jovic's run in Auckland was part of a broader narrative in today's tennis, the rise of a new generation challenging tradition and experience with audacity and athleticism. Across both singles and doubles, the sport is witnessing young players injecting fresh energy into each match, reminding fans that tennis is not static, but constantly evolving. The powerful rallies, tactical courage, and bold net play demonstrated by Eala and Jovic throughout the ASB Classic did more than just excite spectators. They offered a vivid preview of the sport's future, one where youth doesn't merely wait its turn, but asserts itself unapologetically. It also reminded fans why sport is beloved, because of these inflection points where hope meets challenge, where rising talents dare to compete against history and reputation. 6. Looking ahead, what comes next? For Alex Eala, the ASB Classic is more than a stepping stone, it is part of a larger ongoing story.